Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, if I had time enough to tell the whole trip, the whole journey, man, y'all would be sitting up in there going, okay, Steve, are we going to play the show this week? But, man, it's been a lot of amazing things has happened to me over the years. And not all of them good. It's been some amazingly bad things that have happened, too. But I just come on in the morning as a reminder to everybody of the actual goodness of God, that, you know, man, that these mistakes that you're making, that these setbacks that you keep having, that these falls that keep occurring in your life, that they all are leading you somewhere if you just don't ever give up. That's the key. You can never, ever give up, because you don't know how the trip has been laid out for you. You know, if somebody had told me years ago when I had the dream of being on TV, and then I thought about being one of the best comedians I could be, you know, when I started, if somebody had told me everything that was going to have to happen in order for me to get there, I would have changed it. I would have said, okay, well, I ain't going to be that. How about this? See, and no one can know all of the events of their life ahead of time. You know, it'd be so nice, wouldn't it? You know, to prepare for it, see it coming, be aware of the haters, always knowing when the backstabbing moment is coming in your life, always knowing when you're going to get blindsided by the enemy. It would be really great to know that, wouldn't it? Well, that's not how it works. So, since no one knows exactly the challenges and the pitfalls and the detours that's going to beset them, it's imperative that you just don't give up. Because, see, knowing these things, we as human beings, by nature, would choose another route. But it ain't the route God got for you, though. See, the route God got for you, if you trying to do the right thing, if you doing the best you can, if you ain't out here just intentionally just messing over folks, if you using faith, and that's the belief in things that you cannot see, if you have something on the inside of you that keeps saying there's got to be more to life than that, then that's you. You, my friend, have a great chance here. And if you've ever had that feeling and gave up on it, just get it back. Just ask for it back. Just say, hey, man, I'm getting back to the way I used to be. Because there's a change that's available in your life, but you got to take it. You got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to get it right, but you got to take a shot at it, folks. There's a chance for you to turn this whole thing around with God's help, but you got to take a shot at it. You. See, this decision is yours. The decision to lay down and give up, that's yours. It ain't it just got too hard for me, life too much. Man, life hard and too much for everybody. What I got to get you to see, my father used to always tell me, he said, son, best lessons in life, the one you'll value and learn the most is a bought lesson. I didn't quite understand that being young, but I sure got it now. Ain't no lesson like a bought lesson, the one you pay for. Those are the ones that hold to you, that stick to you, that start turning you into who you're going to be. Those are the character builders. See, you got to be forged to get to where you want to go in life. See, that's what the challenges and missteps is for. That's what the failing is about. Now, I know you don't like it. I didn't. I know you're not comfortable with it. I wouldn't. I know you wish it was over sooner than later. I always do. I always want it to be over sooner than later because the later, man, it just seems like it's so much I got to go through. But let me tell you something, man. If you can forge your way through it and understand that you are forged in life. I don't know. I was on TBN one time when I was doing one of my motivational speeches, and I began to wonder about this experience I had at Ford Motor Company. And my last job after the auto industry started going down, my last job was in the foundry. And my job was to stand at the end almost where the engines first come out of the furnace. See, the engines are poured into a mold. It's hot, melted down metal, whatever they call it, lava, whatever. They pour it into a mold, and it goes into this furnace that's extremely hot. And my job was, after the heat was applied to the engine block, it would come through, and it would go through a hardening stage. But the way it was hardening, they would cool it suddenly. They would flush it with water. It would just blast water on it. But the fire and the high temperature is what made the engine block solidify. It's because it's got to get real hot, get melted down first. Then it's got to get poured into a mold. Then it's got to be pressure hit with water and all of this. And then it's real hot now. It's still hot, even though there's water been shot up. But when it comes out the end of the side, there's a lot of flashing in it. And flashing is metal from that to drip through the cast molding on it, just like flecks of extra pieces of metal. My job was to hit this engine block in the front with this huge, heavy rubber mallet, knock all the flashing off the front, and when it came around back, to bam, hit it real hard again on the backside. And that became the core of what the car is. A car without a great engine is nothing. It's just a pretty looking vehicle over there. But if it can't do what it was made to do because the engine block then cracked. See, you can have a car look real good, but if it freezes, an engine block crack, your car, it's over, man. You got to get a new block. The block is the core. But in order for the car to do what it's got to do, it's got to have a strong engine in it. In order for the engine to be strong, it's got to be forged in steel, come through fire, get poured in a mold, cooled off, heated, knocked around, beat on the front end, beat on the back end in order for it to be what it's going to be. The moral of the story, folks, is you got to get forged in fire to be what you're going to be. You got to get beat up. You got to get pressure washed. You got to have heat on you. You got to get melted down. You got to get poured into a mold. That's how you become who you are. So the tough things that you're going through, the difficult challenges and the setbacks. I know a brother who went to prison, man, and the whole reason he ended up going to prison because he was looking out the window, looking out in the yard at him working out. And then the next thing you know, man, this brother decided that he was going to go out there and work out. Well, guess what? He's one of the top trainers in country today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Today's show is dedicated to all poultry employees, churches, KFC, Popeye, El Pollo Loco,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
and Tropical Delight.
Wingstop?
That's Florida, things like that.
No Wingstop?
Oh, and Wingstop. Even though they don't do full chicken parts, you are in the poultry distribution biz. Congratulations to all of you. Today, we're dedicating today's show to all poultry employees of all kinds. Thank you. Thank you for the joy that you've given us.
Keep us going.
Thank you for the motivation. Thank you for the way I feel sometimes when I'm driving down the street and I see that sign.
Yeah.
What it means to me. This is for the chicken lover in you.
Yeah.
For the wing in you.
This is for the wing in you. This is for the wing in you.
Sing it, This is for the wing.
This is for the wing in you.
You all will make a song out of it.
Yes, we
anything.
will.
Yeah, because that's my soul boy over there.
Yeah,
I know.
Yes,
We are authentic soul
we
brothers.
go song right up. We go right in it.
Dog.
Name it, sing it. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
We deeply
Name it.
immersed in soul.
Sing it.
So committed.
Love soul.
Yeah.
We'll never let it die. Have
Name
no
it.
reason to buy a new CD.
Name it. Sing it.
That's deep right there.
No
No reason to buy a new one.
Still
Dog.
playing albums.
Dog.
Blums.
Ain't
Blums.
downloaded nothing.
No.
They got turntables down.
Yeah.
No.
45s.
They're on the
With
one
the little
two.
thing in the middle. With the little thing with the little man. Or the-
I just downloaded Commodores Anthology.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Commodores jam?
It may sound funny, but I just can't
Stand the pain.
stand.
I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I done all I can.
And every damn thing. Yeah.
Sing it, Junior.
You see, I beg, stole, and I borrow.
Yeah.
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 What you know about that, Junior?
Why I'm easy.
That Lionel Richie.
My favorite Commodore song, though,
Which
is
one? Which one?
I'm maybe just a foolish dreamer.
Oh, Zoom. Yeah.
But I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I know my happiness is waiting for me somewhere. I'm searching for that silver lining.
Junior's lip syncing.
Horizons that I'll never see.
Right. We gotta go.
Oh, I wish the world they call freedom
Coming up, something funny.
someday would come.
Coming up.
Would come.
You don't like the way I said that. I know you don't.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time for something funny, guys. And, you know, people are getting ready for work right now, probably. And maybe they're making their own lunch. You know, people do that at home. Well, Steve, it turns out that 18% of people have admitted to eating someone else's lunch at the office. One worker's live tweeting of the mystery of a coworker's stolen shrimp fried rice was retweeted over 173,000 times. Okay? And while you may think it's funny, and it is kind of funny, I mean, when you think about it, you know, getting away with eating someone else's meal, it actually could have some serious consequences on the job. People don't forget stuff like this. And you see these people every single day. This is according to a human resource expert. It becomes a trust issue. So, Steve, I have to ask you, I know you did it.
You know he done done it.
Office
He done
lunches.
took something.
No,
You
I
never
have
stolen
never
one?
in my life taken somebody's food. Because I ain't that way. I don't know you.
Oh, so you don't know what kind of home they have, how clean they
Right.
are, how
Now,
hygienic?
two
Okay.
things I have done.
Okay.
I've had mine taken.
Yeah.
I've caught a person.
What happened?
And I've seen a person taking a person's lunch.
Okay, well, what happened when someone took yours?
Both these is now situations I use to my advantage.
How so? What?
Yeah, let's see. Now, you don't want this out. So now I need a couple favors.
Is you the mom?
No, dog, I mean, look. I saw you because I'm real observant. Y'all know that about me. I'm extremely observant.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm watching this dude steal this dude food. And the dude food he was stealing, he's deceased. His name is James Paradise. And we worked at General Electric. And this dude was taking James Paradise like a Jane could cook his ass off. And he was just eating James' lunch every now and then. And I caught him. Now, if I tell this to James Paradise,
Jane gonna whoop his behind.
dog, I'm talking about you finna get drugged out in the parking lot. And when you come back in, you're going to need to show the people at the door your ID.
What did he steal, Steve? What was it?
You know, like sandwiches. You know, James would cook ribs. He'd take his ribs.
Lunch?
You know, he made pork shoulder sandwich.
Right.
He used to bring it in to work for everybody. He stole his pork shoulder sandwich. And James was getting upset.
Right.
So I saw him take James' stuff. It was this young white dude that was stealing the food.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was single. And, you know, he wouldn't bring no lunch half the time. Just stupid ass boy.
So what you run game on him with? You
So
did
I
something.
told him, I said, hey, man, you know, if James find out you the one taking his lunch, man, you know what's going to happen to you. Ah, jeez.
Wait,
What?
I love
What
the,
is that?
I love the
What
white
is
guy.
that?
Come on. What?
Ah, jeez. Yeah, that's what I need. See, once I hear that fear in your voice, then I got your ass now. Because all jeez is not a hood term. He said, ah, jeez. I said, look, hold on, man, hold on. This ain't got to go nowhere.
Stay right here.
Now, look, this can stay right here. But I'm going to need a couple favors, man. Now, I'm going to leave early Wednesday. I need you to cover my job for me.
See.
That makes
Hey, it's
Hall
not a
pass
problem
hustle
with
right
me,
there.
Steve. No,
Jeez.
it's Mr. Harvey.
Mr. Harvey.
No,
Now it's Mr. Harvey.
no. Now, you're going to put some speck on my name. I was the original bird man.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
So you're going to put some speck on my name. And so I had him cover my job like 3 times for that.
Yeah.
Then I saw a dude take my lunch.
Uh-oh.
This was a black dude had just got hired, and he hadn't completed his 90-day probation period.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if I report this,
He don't get the job.
you ain't going to get the job.
Yeah, you had him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I thought it was mine. How the hell? Your name ain't Steve.
It's Gregory.
It's Gregory.
No, your name Frederick.
Oh, Frederick. It was
Where
Frederick.
did S-T-E-V-E get confused with Frederick?
Right.
So I said, so Frederick, look here, man. I'm just need a couple favors from you.
Man.
Now, I'm going to come in late. I need you to punch my time clock when you get at the gate. Punch my time clock for me.
Yeah.
Hit me in.
Dang.
That's not a problem. Now, listen to me. They have a camera aimed at the time clock. So you got to put your back to the camera.
Gotcha.
So he did it the first time.
How do you know all of this?
Oh, he's a thug. Come on.
Yeah, I'm with Junior.
No.
You-
Excuse
you're
me.
the-
Excuse me, Tommy.
What?
Hoodlum.
Hoodlum.
I was never a thug. Hoodlum. Hoodlum was crime with a purpose.
With the respect to it.
Yeah. Thugs just out here doing stuff. Thugs is stupid.
Spec on it. Put some spec on that,
Hoodlums,
too.
crimes with a purpose.
Crimes with a
And it was always to better or uplift oneself.
What?
Yes.
At the expense of others.
Well, you know.
Definition.
Yeah.
And so that's what I had him do. So I could leave early because of the little white dude, and I could come in late
Because of the black dude.
because of Frederick.
Wow.
So I had him a nice little setup.
That's incredible.
Genius.
Yeah.
And then, meanwhile, at school, he was,
He was there every
selling
day.
hall
Selling
passes.
hall passes.
Crime with the purpose. Hustling.
Yeah.
Y'all need passes to be late in this hallway. Who name you put on it ain't. See, my name was never on a hall pass. So ain't no need of you talking about you got it from Steve, because I ain't got no hall pass. Because I had told her back off my locker anyway. Yeah. And so I kept my
You
stuff.
did what?
I told her back off my locker.
I don't get that.
Oh my God.
So he can put stuff
I had the
behind.
corner bent down, and I put all my stuff behind. So if you open my lock and
You didn't
check
see
it,
it.
I ain't never had nothing.
Oh, I get okay.
Yeah. So
I was
Steve
thinking
gave you a
front,
hall
but
pass.
yeah.
How the hell I got hall pass?
Open my lock.
I'm in class.
Not
You did every
learning
day.
to write.
I'm here. I
but
only
I'm
missed
here.
2 days in high school. 2 cut days. All I ever did, man.
Oh, but that's
Yeah.
makes sense.
Wow,
Man.
Steve, your life has been
It's
incredible.
been wonderful.
It really, really has.
Really, thank you.
And look
I
at
love
you
his
now.
stories.
Look at you now. I mean,
Still
seriously.
hustling.
Yeah.
Are you close? Are you still a hoodlum?
No, I don't do crime at all. No, I had a little run in.
All right, listen.
I had a little run in that kind of straightened me out.
Coming up next, it's the nephew with Run That Prank Back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Nephew Tommy is here with us with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Carla,
Yes, Tommy.
Oak Treeosity.
Bring it.
Oak Treeosity.
I'm finna get married. Come on.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Marvin, please.
Yeah, this is Marvin speaking.
Marvin, hi. I'm calling you from Doc's office. I'm actually the lab technician. And you came in and got a physical, I guess, about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Okay, and it's my understanding this is for your occupation, correct?
yeah.
Okay, you're in that. What do you do for a living when you're a
Oh, yeah, I'm a truck driver.
Okay. Now, I was giving you a call about, I'm here looking at your records and all the testings that you actually went through. Wow. Let's see. Have you had any activity or any problems around your naval area?
Nah, everything been fine.
Okay.
Everything all right, huh?
Yeah, everything's fine, but I mean, you haven't had any type of, nothing, no breakout or anything around your navel or whatsoever?
Nah, man, the second time you asked me about my neighbor. Nah, everything going straight, man.
Okay.
Trying to see what's going on, man. What's happening?
Okay. Actually, you've been diagnosed with oak treeositis. And oak treeositis is actually a fungus that comes out of South America. And you have no activity whatsoever around your navel?
Nah, man, quit asking me the same thing, man. Oak tree octopus.
It's oak treeositis, sir. And what
you say that?
what that is actually you if you haven't had it yet, you say you haven't had any activity, there's going to be like a small little tree that's going to be growing from your navel. And it gets about 6 inches long, and it probably bears probably about 25 to 30 leaves on it, but it's very small.
Whoa, run that back by me. You see a tree going to be growing out my navel.
It's going to be a small tree, and what's going to happen is I'm going to have to get you to come back in probably in the next month. We're going to need you to come in so we can check it out, but it's got to grow its fullest potential before we can actually do anything to it.
Nah, I can't come in no month. I got to come in today, man. Somebody got to tell me what's going on, man. Get this problem resolved, man, because I'm finna get married, man.
Well, we can't. It has to grow its fullest potential, sir. And the full term is actually like about 4 weeks before we can actually.
Man, I'm not waiting for no 4 weeks, man. Somebody got to come tell me something right now, man. I ain't finna go married, man, and have to fly out of town, man, and have something growing out my neighbor, man. Y'all going crazy, man.
Sir, oak treeositis is something that's very rare. We were actually getting this assignment from overseas in South America on how to treat this.
Man, I don't give a damn. Where is it, man? Somebody gonna have to come give me some help right now, man. I'm finna get ready to get married, man. I'm not finna be putting up with it, man. Somebody in this office, man, got to come down here and do something for me, man. And what you say, if you say I can cut it out myself?
Sir, the best I can do is probably trim it a bit, and maybe knock a few leaves off, but I cannot touch the full stalk at all.
Man, you can cut this, put a Band-Aid, do something
sir,
to it,
if
man.
you
I
cut
gotta
it,
try to
it's
get
there's
this
a
thing did right now, man.
You cannot, sir. If you cut it, there's a possibility of hemorrhaging, and you're going to really create a bigger problem than what you have already.
Man, that I'm trying to get this pulled out, man. You didn't tell me can't nobody in that where I'm driving down there to get this pulled out, man. I'm finna get married in 2 weeks, man. We finna fly to Jamaica and can't now somebody can do this for me. I pull this out my self.
Sir, you cannot pull it out. You're going to create
that, man.
You're going to create a bigger problem if you try to pull it out, sir.
The problem is already there. I'm trying to get this down, man. You mean to tell me that big hospital ain't now there can help me?
Sir,
you want me to do,
sir,
man?
it's not
I
something.
got mad. I have poking out of my stomach, and you telling me it ain't you can do, man.
Sir, oak treacitus is not something that we treat all the time. Like I said, it hails from South America. So we got...
I don't give a if it hails from Great Britain. Somebody at the hospital supposed to be able to come down there and help me pull this off, man.
Sir, I understand what you're going through, but we have to let it grow its full term, which is 4 weeks, sir. The full root of it...
Letting it grow, man. I ain't finna let it grow, man. Finna go down right now, man. Y'all gonna have to do something, man.
Sir, there's nothing we can do. We can probably trim it a little bit.
The trim, get some chainsaw and cut this, man. Do something.
Sir, there's nothing we can do at this point but sit back and wait and let it grow its full term, okay? Can we get you...
I'm not doing no waiting, man. Somebody finna help me right now, man.
Sir, can we get an appointment for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks? Can we do that?
No, you got to get an appointment for me today. I'm finna get married, man. I'm finna fly to Jamaica. Man, I can't have no sticking out of me. I can't even sit at the airport, man. You gonna embarrass me like that, man, have sticking out my neighbor. You crazy?
Sir, I understand it, and like I said, oak treacitus is very rare, and it's something that we haven't treated that many times here in the States. But overseas, the message that we're getting is that we need to let it grow its full term.
So when you mean to tell me ain't nobody in America got oak tree, what the is the name of that man?
It's oak treacitus, sir.
So how the I get it if don't nobody else in America got it?
Sir, I could not believe that you were coming up with oak treacitus here in the States. It's something very rarely seen here. There's been 2 people in the past that's been diagnosed with this, and they actually passed away.
So now you're telling me some done died, and you gonna tell me 3 weeks. Man, I'm coming down there today, man. Somebody finna do something for me,
Sir,
man.
there's nothing that we can do today until 4 to 5 weeks.
Man, I gotta go get married. I'm flying to Jamaica, man. Did you hear what I just said, man?
I'm hearing what you're saying, but I can't do anything if you don't see the tree already coming out of the navel yet.
Cut the off. Somebody got to do something now. Damn, what you want me to do, man?
I don't know what I want you to do, sir, but I have one more thing I can tell you.
Yeah, well, what you got to say, man?
Are you listening?
I'm listening to you, man.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy Earl.
Man, you gotta be kidding me, man. Damn, man, tell that man I'm gonna kick that out my wig, man. Man, you too, Nephew Tommy, man. Y'all have me going crazy as hell, man. I'm looking all of my damn neighbor thinking the tree finna grow out this, man.
Hey, man, I got one more thing to ask you, Marvin, man. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There it is, Carla. That's dedicated to you right there, girl.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Y'all can't cut it. August 30th and 31st, Labor Day weekend, Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club. That's 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Did I say Friday? 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
And then you said souls.
Yes. Have you suddenly developed a lisp? Yeah, what is going on with
Bethesda
you?
Blues and Jazz Supper Club. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Get your tickets. They're on sale right now. I'll be doing blues, I'll be doing jazz, and I'll be doing jokes. It's all there together.
Blues and jazz?
You gonna do blues, jazz,
Blues,
jokes.
jazz, and jokes, Jay.
BJJ?
There it is, BJJ. All right, that's how you go. Saturday, September the 7th, I will be in Greenville, North Carolina at the Greenville Convention Center, and tickets are on sale right now.
All right, nephew, thank you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What's going on? This is your boy, Kevin Hart.
This is Erykah Badu.
Hey, this is Dave Chappelle.
Yo, what's up? This is Ice Cube.
I can't call it. This your man, Cedric the Entertainer, and you're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's my dog.
All right, it's time for Truth Be Told with Junior.
Yeah, thank you, Shirley. I thank you very much. Truth be told is, if you got a job that you fill the application out for, don't be mad at us when we come in there. That's the absolute truth. Because I went down to the post office. A lot of postal people are great workers.
You fill out an application.
Yeah.
For a job.
Mm-hmm. You get the job.
Don't be mad when we come down there.
Yeah.
What is you talking about?
You're trying to see where he's going with it?
Yeah, I'm finna tell him.
Yeah, just wait, Steve.
No, but I mean,
I'm just finna tell him. I'm about to tell him.
no, I like it, but the setup is hard. I'm staying with it.
I mean, you fill out the application.
Tommy, you tell jokes. Now, if the setup is confusing,
Okay. Let me just say it like this.
all right, go ahead.
Okay, you fill out the application.
Yes, sir.
You take the job. Why is you mad when we come down there? Now, I know a lot of postal workers that are great postal workers. I have a wonderful time. But there's one postal worker named Helen I can't stand right now. There is no reason why me and Helen should have a 30-minute argument about one letter.
Yeah.
I'm down there. She mad at me because I didn't pick the wrong envelope. Now, if it say overnight, then why is you telling me it's going to take 2 days? That's what the whole argument was about. Now, Helen, your ass don't need to be working down there because you can't count. Overnight is next day. Why is you talking about Friday? I need to know what you take the job for because I asked. Is it going to get there tomorrow? No, it's going to get there Thursday. Well, why is you charging me overnight prices, Helen? That's
now
all
you get
I want to know.
Steve.
Truth be told, if you didn't want the job, why you fill out the application? You can't get mad because I came in here. We gonna be melon. We gonna be melon, Helen.
Yes,
and she needs to really not be there no more. And if I come back down there, I'm coming over the counter and knocking all your stamps down. That's all I feel.
Come on.
About.
You're
I'm just telling you.
disgruntled worker.
Well, you know, dog, what she hollering though, she's saying it so loud, Tommy, that other people in line is over here in our business.
And so you were embarrassed.
I was absolutely embarrassed because I got the wrong envelope. If I said I wanted that tomorrow, you keep telling me, well, it's not going to get there till Friday. Well, that's not overnight then.
No, it's not.
And the thing about truth be told is these things really happen in Junior's life.
Oh,
Yeah, I
his
see
life
that.
Helen-
is
He doesn't
crazy.
make this stuff
No,
up.
Helen is 5'2". 5'2". Okay, but I will say this.
5'2", about 330.
Yeah.
God.
That
He
little
didn't
whole
say
little,
that.
the whole little slide that they stand.
No. I know. I already know.
You know that little
Them
slide.
people usually be mad.
Yeah.
Short, wide people are always mad.
Would you stop?
No, really, short, wide people are always mad.
Because they got to squeeze
They ain't
in that
ever
little
happy.
area and
They
work.
Oh, God.
All the short people wide got smart cars.
Scion.
Prius.
Steve
What's
Harvey.
that little? Just pack up in there. In there, man. Just look like somebody just put their foot on them to shut the door.
Steve,
You mad now? You angry?
it's too much.
You bought the car.
There go
They
another.
had other cars. If that was in your price range, you could have got a great big old used car.
plenty
But
room.
you wanted to brand something brand new. You down there in a smart car. Now, you just in there looking like some Play-Doh.
You've been wanting to talk about this for a while, I can tell.
Yeah, I just want to get it out of my system.
I know.
They out there.
All right, Steve, time for today's headlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
And this is Ann Tripp with the news. Good morning, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Mayors from more than 2,200 cities, including El Paso and Dayton, are urging members of the Republican-dominated Senate to cut their summer recess short and return to Capitol Hill to take up gun safety legislation. In a letter to Senate Leader Mitch McConnell, the mayors say the country can no longer wait for Washington to take the measures necessary to reduce the risk of having firearms ending up in the wrong hands. But McConnell says no. For now. Up till now, though, McConnell's resisted calls to bring up a House bill that would expand background checks and stuff. He says the Senate will take that up, though, in September. A nonprofit group, meanwhile, says that in just the last month, get this, there have been more than 30 mass shootings in the U.S. in which hundreds of people have been injured or killed in just the last month. There's been more violence this time in Orange County, California. Police say a 33-year-old man accused of stabbing 4 people to death in a rampage across the cities of Garden Grove and Santa Ana. Officials say they don't know for sure why the suspect, Zachary Castaneda, went on his bloody stabbing spree because he didn't even know the people that he killed, apparently. The Garden Grove Police Lieutenant Carl Whitney says there are 2 survivors.
We have 2 surviving victims, a female that bravely fought this suspect. She sustained numerous stab wounds, but she's going to survive. And then we have the male at the Chevron gas station who had his nose nearly severed off, and he also received a stab wound to his back. He's going to survive.
Lieutenant Whitney says this is one of the worst violent attacks in recent Orange County history. And now local and federal authorities in Wayne County, Ohio, are investigating an explosion that leveled a house where an interracial couple lived. Someone scrawled racist graffiti near the rubble. Luckily, that couple was away at the time. Meanwhile, the second anniversary of the anti-racist demonstration in Charlottesville, Virginia is coming up. A new group, a coalition called Change the Terms, is pressuring Twitter to ban white supremacists from its media platform. Activist Don Gathers explains.
What we went through 2 years ago here in Charlottesville was directly organized through Twitter.
And some members of Change the Terms are even trying to get Twitter to suspend President Trump's account. I doubt that's going to happen. Andrew McCabe, the acting FBI director who authorized the probe into President Trump's ties to Russia and possible obstruction of justice, filed a lawsuit against the Bureau and the Justice Department alleging that he was illegally demoted and fired as part of a plot by Trump to get rid of people who were not politically loyal to him. McCabe was fired a little more than 24 hours before he was set to retire, and that cost him a significant number of retirement benefits, and he says that was vindictive and on purpose. He wants his job reinstated. He wants his retirement benefits also. And hundreds of close to 700 workers who were detained by immigration agents in 7 plants in Mississippi this week have been released. They're going to receive orders, though, to appear before an immigration judge. Today, National Beer Day. Back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Carla, you're just paying for your daughter Tasha's lunch, right? You just paid her bill.
Yeah, so, things are different from when we were in school. You know what I'm talking about? School lunches and things like that. So
we go into the,
Yeah, we get this email. I get an email, and I have to put so much money on my daughter's account. So I had to just give $150.
$150?
Yes.
For lunch?
For her school lunch.
When you pay it all at one time,
she don't weigh 60 pounds.
No, Tasha weighs 100 pounds.
What is 100 pounds?
Tasha's almost 5 feet. She eats. I'm telling you, this stuff. School expensive.
Yeah, school.
Man, these kids are expensive.
No, this is a ripoff. They making money off y'all, Carl.
$150 a week?
No. They send you a notice, and then you have to keep putting money on. And Tasha says, "Mommy, I want ice cream every day." She goes,
"Yes, Tasha, yes."
She eat in the morning too.
So your baby in prison, you got to put money on her book. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting out at 3 today.
But she's an athlete, so
Mama,
she
can you put
eats.
some money
I'm
on my
sure
book?
she has a hearty appetite, a healthy appetite.
She does.
She's an athlete, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Tommy, do you have to do that?
I don't know what Jackie do. I just give her the money, man.
Lunch was way different. My lunch special was 45 cents a day.
What? See?
That's
Right
what I'm
there,
saying.
yeah. And then what was your favorite food day when you were in school?
Cheeseburger day.
Woo! That was another good one.
Cheeseburger day.
It was a good day.
Oh, no.
Friday morning, that pancake was off the chain on Friday morning. And that hot syrup. Yes, sir.
Friday.
We didn't have breakfast food.
No, we didn't do breakfast. We didn't have
We was just there for lunch.
Yeah,
Eat
just
your
started
cereal
the
and go on out the
Yeah.
door.
That was cool.
What
Did y'all
about-
have them white donuts with that powder on it?
Yes.
No, we bought them at the store.
We had
too.
cookies, peanut butter cookies, butter cookies. Ooh, with chocolate
Butter
milk.
cookies?
Yeah, with chocolate milk. The big, thick kind, though.
Yeah, them was good.
Yes.
Woo, y'all don't have that no more. How much was your lunch, Junior?
$2.50.
We the star.
For the week?
No, we the star.
$2.50.
No, $2.50 was for the week.
Yeah.
One damn meal, $2.50. You know how many robberies would have been in my school? They'd have been jacking teachers in that parking lot. Give me a check so I can eat.
Okay.
Man, if I couldn't have that honey bun, I wasn't no good.
Woo.
man.
What about
A honey
pizza,
bun
though?
was it.
Did you all have stuff like pizza?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
My
Yeah, we had pizza at our school. It wasn't good. Black people don't know how to make pizza. Not back in 71. man.
What was wrong with the pizza, Steve?
They didn't know.
What was wrong with it?
They didn't know.
No cheese, no sauce.
Round
what?
one number, just dough, tomato paste. You didn't recognize the meat. You could see the cheese laying on it. It was individual. Shredded cheese that wasn't melted. Man, they ain't know how to make no pizza at our school.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it's time for Comedy
I love it.
Roulette.
I love it.
Jay, now quickly.
It's
explain.
very
This is
simple.
new, yeah.
You guys test our ability to be comedians. Give us 5 subjects. Pick anything you want. let the wheel stop. We put it out on a roulette wheel. Wherever it stops, we do a couple minutes on it. That's how good we are.
All right.
That's
okay.
how good we are.
All right. We'll see about that. We have 5 topics for you.
Yeah,
All
bring
right.
it. Bring it.
Number
What you
1, the movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Steve.
What was that, Steve?
Oh, it's funny if you think I'm going to get it.
You got this one, though, Steve. Number 2, being dumped. All right, that's on the wheel. Number 3, bedwetting. Ooh, been there.
I got that one.
Number 4, bad grades. Number 5, when to shut up. Cat, spin the wheel.
Bad grades. Come on, bad grades.
Come on, bedwetting. Bedwetting.
I like when to shut up.
I did that last week.
I like movies. Steve.
Whoa, okay, that's a good one.
Okay, when to shut up.
When to shut up.
Okay.
When to shut
I'll
up.
tell you when you shut up. The minute you look in your rearview mirror and you see that blue light, it is time to shut. Not only is it time for you to shut up, you make an announcement to everybody in the damn car to shut the hell up, all right?
Yeah.
We designate that there's going to be one person talking, all right? And it's usually the sober is one. If they got to lean from the back and talk, the rest have been told to shut the hell up. Junior, what you got, man?
That was not, and in that same lane.
Yes.
In that same lane. In the neighborhood. When you see somebody running from the law. When the law look at us, we don't know nothing. I had one friend on point say, he went that way.
No.
Fool, what did you telling him down for? You already know he know us. Now you sitting the laws the same way Darryl went. You could have pointed the other way. That way he see us. Who you think he looking for?
That's
You
right.
didn't see nothing.
Shut the hell up.
Shut it. Zip it. Steve, what you got?
Well, I'm going to go another route. Let me just do 2 quick ones for you.
Okay.
Fellas, you know it's time to shut up when you're feeling guilty and you want to confess.
Yes, stop that.
Dog, well, I don't know what this moment you have. But partner, we're not going in there to do that. Hey, let me tell you something. When my first marriage, I went out one night, me and my partner, and I just told my ex-wife I was going out, right? I'm over at the house. A couple days later, my partner Reggie that I went to the club with, this is what he said.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man, tell your wife about the club we went to.
You're looking at him like, what?
I just some things.
Yeah.
You just go, what are you talking about?
What's wrong with you, man?
Tell my wife about the club we went to.
You don't never do that.
You don't never supposed to tell you to shut up. That's
Never.
what you supposed to do.
No.
I'll tell you another time to shut up. And it's a trick, too. When your mama say something else. But then, did you hear me? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Am I going to answer you or just supposed to be quiet?
Right.
I'm just going to take my chances on shutting the hell up.
Yes.
Say something else.
Say something else. Yeah.
I got one for you.
You got one? Tommy? Go ahead, man.
Yeah. When you on the phone with a woman and you hear her husband say, who the hell you talking to?
Oh, Lord.
Man, you better shut your mouth.
Yeah. Hang up, dog. Hang up and block that number.
For
It
life.
is time to shut up.
Now, Junior, as far as my mama, when my mama say, I guess I'm lying then.
It's time to shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, gotta shut up.
All right.
I guess
all
I'm
right.
lying.
You guys did it again, as always.
Yeah,
That's what we do. That's what we do.
All right, we'll be back with a prank phone call from the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. But right now, the nephew is here with the prank phone call for today. What you got, Neff?
Bad bugs.
Woo.
Bad bugs.
Makes you itch.
Say it again.
Some of y'all still got them.
Say it
Bad
again.
bugs. Running cat.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to speak to Shanice. She's not here right now. I'm going to take a message.
Do you know when she's coming back?
Nah, is this a business call or something?
No, this is personal. I need to talk to her immediately.
Nah, you need to talk to me. This a man. Who is this?
This is Brandon. Who are you?
I'm Ernest, man. But how do you know Shanice?
I got a bit of a situation here, man, and it's basically a financial situation that I'm owed some money from her. So I kind of need to talk to her about getting this money. It's totally disrupted my whole apartment, and I need to actually see about talking to her about getting this whole problem taken care of.
What's the situation?
I mean, I'm basically right now I'm $2,500 in the rears due to Shanice, and I need to see if she's gonna be able to pay me for the situation or what.
Do my girl owe you money?
She owes me $2,500.
$2,500 for what? I don't even know who you are, first of all. So what's up with the $2,500?
Man, first of all, my name is Brandon. Okay, and I've been knowing Shanice probably for the last 3 or 4 months now. Okay, so here you want to know it all in a nutshell is like this. Shanice been coming through. Okay, for the last 3 or 4 months, been coming over here to my spot, to my apartment, hanging out. I'm just now finding out within the last 2 weeks, I had to get rid of my couch. I had to get rid of my mattresses. Because
your mattress?
Because it's bed bugs.
Wait a minute, dude. Wait a minute. So you trying to tell me she was in your bed?
Yeah, she been in my bed, dude.
She been in your bed. Are you crazy?
Hey man,
come on now, dude.
Listen,
You know the problem is not
right now. Where
she's
$2,500.
The problem is you talking about $2,500. You talking about my girl was in your bed. Now we're not even gonna get into that. You understand what I'm saying? But that $2,500, you can forget about it.
No. Hold up, bro.
First of all, you calling here, and here a dude answer the phone, and you still got the ask for her, and then go tell me about some $2,500 about some mattress?
Dude, I'm out. My mattresses, man, are $1,000. They full of bed bugs. I had to throw that away.
Man, nobody worried about no damn mattress, dude. You talking about my girl? We've been together for 4 years. I'm about to pop the question on her, and you want to sit there talking about she been hanging with you or kicking with you for the last 4 months. It's about to be over in a minute.
Dude, if you want to marry Shanice, cool. I don't care nothing about that.
Hey, don't even worry about that now. But you over my phone talking about some damn mattress, man. That's a problem, dude. I ain't worried about no damn mattress.
I ain't got no mattress right now.
You calling my house? You calling mine?
Dude, I do not have a mattress right now, nor do I have a couch. Do you understand the problem that brings to me?
I don't care nothing about your mattress or couch, dude. I don't care nothing about that. Your name, you say your name Brandon?
I'm Brandon, yes.
Yeah, Brandon, okay. Don't worry about it, Brandon, because you're going to find me real soon. Don't let me find you before you find me, though. You understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Dude.
No, because you can have them bed bugs in that mattress or whatever. Answer these for all I care. But what I'm saying is, you talking about some bed bugs. Ain't no bed bugs over here.
Okay, so what she getting the bed bugs from? She done brought them over here to my place?
I don't care nothing about it. She ain't bring nothing over there, first of all. But that ain't even a problem right now.
Dude, you calling me been over here, man. I ain't had nobody else over here.
Right, don't worry about who you had over there, but you don't call here talk about no money. You ain't getting nothing from here.
Okay, first of all, dude, check this out. I don't have a problem with you. Okay, me and you cool.
No, we got a problem. We already got a problem. You calling me talking about you been sleeping with my girl.
Hey, dog. Once I'm gonna say it again. Me and you cool, dog. We cool.
We not cool. First of all, I'm gonna find out who you are. I'm gonna handle Shanice myself. I'm gonna handle you later.
What you talking about? You gonna handle me?
I'm gonna handle you later. You want a mattress, right?
Hey, dude.
You want a mattress,
go
right?
ahead and marry Shanice. I ain't got nothing to do with that. My problem is getting my money back, man, for the property of mine that she has ruined, man.
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get you a mattress. Don't worry about that. It's gonna be a casket wrapped around that. No.
Hey, dude. Why are you sitting here creating the drama with me when me and you, we ain't even the problem? The problem is Shanice.
The problem is you picked up your phone and you called here. That's the problem. Now you got two problems. You ain't got no couch. You ain't got no mattress. Now you got a dude after you. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what? I see I can't talk to you. When do Shanice get home, man?
Don't worry about when Shanice get home. Okay. What you need to worry about is when I find you.
Okay, so when you going to have my money then when you find me? Because I need my money.
Yeah, I'm going to have your money. I'm going to have your mattress too. Please understand. You're going to be resting real well.
Okay. So let me ask you this here, man. Shanice bring bed bugs over to my house. Leave them all in my mattress. Leave them all on my couch where I got to throw my stuff away. Where I'm wrong at, man? Where I'm wrong?
I'm going to ask you straight up. Did you know she had a man?
Say what?
Did you know she had a man?
But, I mean, kind of, sort of, but not really, though.
ain't no kind of sort of, man. Either you know she got a man or she don't got a man. You knew she had a man, right? And you still went and did it, right?
Hey, dog, I ain't got nothing to do with y'all, man. I'm dealing with these bed bugs. You understand what I'm saying?
Dude, do you understand you messing up a 4-year relationship? You know how much time I put in with this woman? 4 years. 4 years we about to get married. And you calling here with this
When y'all supposed to get married?
Don't worry about when we supposed to get married, man. You messed that all up. What I'm trying to explain to you is, dude, you calling here on some bed bug, which I know she ain't got nothing to do with, but the fact that you told me that she was over your house, in your bed, that's over. It's over now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when she get home, I'm going to deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to get dealt with. I'm walking up out of here. But when I leave here, please believe my next stop is to come find your First of all, how did you get the number to this apartment? That's what I want to know.
Hey, dude, she gave me both numbers, the cell phone number and the house number, and told me, you know, if it's an emergency, call the house.
Okay, and this is an emergency.
Yeah, this is an emergency. I got bad bugs, man.
Learn another emergency number. Learn 911, because when I come knocking on your door, either you come out and you handle it, or you better call the cops. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Hey, man, do you think Tommy will pay for the bed bugs?
Who is Tommy?
I'm just saying, do you think Tommy will pay for the bed bugs?
Man, who the is Tommy?
Tommy, dog. Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Ernest, you just got pranked by your girl, Shanice.
Man. Y'all. Woo.
You all right, man?
Boy, hey. Boy, it was over. It was over. You understand what I'm telling you? It was over.
What y'all think?
There it is.
Yeah, it makes me itch.
There it is.
How I do.
You're the king. What do you want? You're the king of
That's all I want. I just want, but you know what? I need y'all to tell people I'm the king.
The show has 3 kings: kings of comedy, king of prank, king of rap. Right here. I mean, it's amazing.
That's right.
We 3 kings.
King of comedy, king of pranks,
king of
and
rap,
the latest
baby.
edition is the king of rap.
No, not king. Kang. That's different.
Kang? Oh,
Kang.
okay. So you are established.
Yeah, he's just fire. Okay.
Now, how many albums you got?
Whoa, you want to go with that?
9.
Picky.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, right now
buckle
it's time. Wait, hold on, Tommy. Right now it is time for today's Strawberry Letter. If you want our advice, all you have to do is submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. All right, nephew, let's go. Just like this one.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. It is the Strawberry Letter.
All right, subject, me and my man have a little situation. Dear Steve and Shirley, I met a gentleman 7 months ago. I'm 45 and he's 37. When we met, he lived 3 hours away, so he decided to move to my area. It's been 4 months now since we've been in the same city, and I'm starting to see issues with him. He didn't have a plan in place when he moved to my city, and now he's living in a shelter because I told him he cannot live with me. He doesn't have a car, and I refuse to drive him around. He does have a job. In fact, he's had 3 different jobs since he's been here. He has been fired from each job because he has an issue with the way people talk to him. See, he has issues with being short. He is only 5'3".
Hold on, wait a second.
I'm out. I'm
told you to stick around.
No, I'm finna take a break because I'm not finna do this.
Yes,
Let me
Steve.
just say,
Yes.
thank you, Jesus.
I told you were going to love it.
So good. Too.
And I asked your nephew to stick around.
I'm going to the break room.
We're a team. All right, see.
We ain't no team.
See, he has issues with being short. He's only 5'3". I am 5'2". So his height doesn't bother me, but it bothers him. He has short patience with people. I believe he's been abused by a woman before because he always thinks I'm talking down to him and belittling him. I jokingly push these issues to the side, but it's getting old. I'm getting to the point where I want to end this relationship. Can I help him overcome this, or should I just let him work through his own problems alone? Please help.
Is it my turn?
No, Shirley goes first. Okay.
Let me get back.
I know that's right.
I told you were going to love this. And you're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. Listen, you may not have a problem with his height, but he certainly does. And you got to let him work it out on his own. There are things that you can help him do. I don't know, maybe take him to therapy so he can deal with it that way. But there's nothing you can do about his problem with his height. You cannot change people. You cannot change him. You've only known him for 7 months. It made me think, did you see him before you guys, got together? But I guess you did, because you would have said that if you didn't. But now he's moved. You guys didn't talk about what was going to happen, where he was going to live, whether or not he had a car. You guys didn't discuss any of that before he moved to the same city? He's had 3 jobs since he's been there? He's only been there, 4 months? He has an issue with the way people talk to him? This is crazy. These are things that he has to deal with on his own, and he's probably been dealing with for the majority of his adult life. You don't care because he's still taller than you at 5'2". So I don't know if you're going to be able to help him overcome this, because he's got to do it first. Only thing you can do is to be there to support him. Yeah, he's going to have to work through these problems alone. I don't know if this relationship's going to last because he can't keep a job. He lives in a shelter. I mean, and you want him to do better, I'm sure, but he can't because he has a problem with being little, He needs counseling, I think. Steve, it's your turn now.
Uncle Steve, can I say something to you?
Man, boy. I ain't got
This is the
enough
time to give good advice. This is not the time to be funny and be rude and stuff, okay?
Just please don't start it out, Steve, as Dear Tommy. Don't start it out.
I'm the one who gives stupid advice. You're supposed to really
Dear
be nice.
Steve and Shirley.
I can't wait for
Steve.
this.
Now, this lady met this man. Y'all need to stop right now. Let me go.
Don't let me down.
I promise you I won't.
Loose him, y'all. Loose him. Let him go.
I'm 45 years old. He's 37.
Don't let me down.
Right there, he's short. He down 8 years. Now these 8 years short, he already done equated this to inches. You can believe that. You 45, he 37. When we met, he lived 3 hours away. So he decided to move to my area. It's been 4 months now since we've been in the same city. Here's the line in this letter that really amazes me.
What's that?
I'm starting to see issues with him. Really? So here we go. He didn't have a plan in place when he moved to my city. He's now living in a shelter. Your man that you dating, the one that moved to your city, is now living in a shelter. So when you go by, pop in to see him, how's that working for you? Where you sit? At the shelter. Little man ain't got no home. Oh, you can get in my house. Listen to me. Tiny houses is everywhere. Got his ass a house at Toys R Us. This boy could have had a place by now.
Hang on, Steve. Yeah.
Tiny House Nation is on TV.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, part 2 of your response.
Now, I left y'all with this woman dating this shout man.
Yeah, me and my man have a little situation.
Now, he 5'3", she 5'2", so that don't bother her. It's an 8-year difference in them. Because she 45, he 37. Now, he done moved into town, but he ain't got no plan. She won't let him live with him, so he live in a shelter. I was just wondering how it is for her when she stopped by. Yeah. How you gonna see your man at a shelter? Where you sit? Which end of the bed is yours? Because one thing I know from being homeless, you can't sit on the other homeless person's stuff. You better not. That's rule number 1. That's all they got.
Territorial, yeah.
You don't touch my grocery cart. You don't put your hand on my duct tape.
Okay.
You don't get away from this blanket. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a car, and I refuse to drive him around. So now he just trying to walk around with them little ass legs.
Well, he does have a job, Steve.
He got a job, but he ain't got no car.
Right.
You refuse
He's
to
a
drive
short
him
order
around.
cook.
Now, he got to trot everywhere. In fact, he done had 3 different jobs since he been here. He's been fired from each job because he has an issue with the way people talk to him. And oh, Lord, how many times have we run into this? How many times? See, you wrote the right show. Because we are dealing with this ourselves. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to give us to vent some of the things that we've been going through. Because we got somebody on this show that has an issue with the way people talk to him. He stay touchy. He edgy all the damn time. Something always wrong. He always offended. See, he has an issue with being short. Ding!
Junior.
Wouldn't you have an issue with being short if you were 5'3"? Now she says, so his height doesn't bother me, but it bothers him. He has short patience with people.
Wait a minute.
What you want him to have? Long patience? He don't like nobody because he edgy. He always assume it's about his height. He produced the thought that we had to produce on this show. If you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one that holler is the one you hit. Every time we mention height on this show, we got one person jump to conclusion that we talking about him. Even when we not. Like right now, I can bet you he think we talking about his ass right now. Now she says, I believe that he's been abused by a woman before because he always think I'm talking down to him. That's because the women he dated was taller. They was talking down to him.
Literally.
It happens to Tommy, excuse me, it happens to this person we refer to all the time.
No names, Steve. Don't mention any
Yeah,
names.
I'm sorry, that kind of slipped out. Now, I believe he's been abused by a woman because they always think I'm talking down to him. I jokingly push these issues to the side, but it's getting old. I'm getting to the point where I want to end this relationship. Can I help him overcome this? I want to answer that for you in just a second. Or should I just let him work through his own problems alone? Can I help him overcome this? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. This person can be 50. You ain't going to be able to help them.
Why you pick 50? Why that
Because
number?
that's a big number.
Oh, okay.
He 37.
Right.
I done seen this go all the way up to at least, I know 50.
You
for
just
sure.
picked 50 out the blue.
50 for damn sure. We ain't been able to help him yet. Or should you let him work through his own problems alone? He can't. He has no answers for this. Because he touchy all the damn time. It's always about him. Little people got big issues. Little man, short patience. They got short legs. They got short arms. They send up everything about him is short. But one thing about short people, they get a job, though. I don't care what nobody say. They always working. I'm surprised. See, why he at a shelter at 5'3", he could easily sign up for foster care. He could be in somebody's house.
He get in the house.
Yeah, he can get in the house because he's short. And once again, why is he out of work and ain't got nowhere to stay? Why is he in a shelter? Listen, I was watching Tiny Houses the other day. Tiny House Nation. This be like a mansion for him. Matter of fact, you can take this little ass house and you can rename it. You can call it like a chateau or something. Give it a big name, and it be just for little people.
Wow.
See, that's how you do it.
That's genius,
You
Steve.
take a little house and give it a big name.
Wow.
See, you ain't got to call it tiny house. Call it a chateau.
Yeah.
All
I
them
see where
little
you're going
rooms
with this.
pop out, lift up a lid that was a cupboard for clothes and stuff. It's a bathtub.
Wait,
You understand? You climb upstairs for storage in the little loft. You move that stuff out the way. It's a bunk bed.
Man.
The stove and the toilet is the same thing?
What? I can't go with you on that one.
No, these are for tiny houses, Shirley. You ain't got to because you have a home.
All right, Steve, we got to get out of here. You can email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at MyGirlShirley.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, J. Anthony Brown is here. Introduce him, please.
J. Anthony Brown murder hits.
What was that? I don't
It's
know, but
hard
I
to
like
take
it.
anytime he says something that don't have a lot of cussing in it, he don't really know how to talk to me, does he, Shirley? At all.
If our audience only knew.
I know. Check it out. Good morning, everybody. This is the Reverend Adnoid. It is not nice to start a morning without saying good morning, everybody. The song is dedicated to all the haters out there. I just want you to remember, haters make motivators. Here we go. Every dream you tear apart, every dream I have, you said do not start. Every dream you tear it apart. Yes, you do. That's what you do. You're a hater. You said to me, all my ambitions, you said they are flawed. All my aspirations, you said they are flawed. Every day, in every way, you said they are flawed. That's what you said. Every day, you hate so hard. You're so freaking jealous. You ain't got no heart. Every day. You hate so hard, yes you do, you little hateful son of a saint. You must be thinking that I'm not smart. Tell everybody, no, I should not start. That's what you said. Every day, you hate so hard. I know why you hate. Oh, it's because I'm great. Yes, I am. My gift you can't take. Make no mistake. God is watching you with your evil ass. God, forgive me for that one. I'm so sorry. I know why you hate. Oh, it's because I'm great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that.
Jay.
You like that?
I love it.
Gotta get off my knee now. That's what you got to do.
Jay. You're so good with these. All right, more of this crazy, ignorant show. Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it's time, as promised, for All I Said Was. So, Jay, explain
It's
this,
very
please.
simple. If you're in a relationship or been in a relationship, there's things that you have said, just little statements. Next thing you know, you're in a full-blown argument.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. All I said was, what would I do with the money if I won the lottery? And I said, I say this, I say that. Then all of a sudden, we're in an argument.
Oh.
We're having a full argument over make-believe money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? You ever been there, Junior?
Yeah. Been there. Still in there sometimes. All I said was, if I ever meet Beyonce, and right
That's all you
then,
said.
well, she knew the rest of the stable. And I meant it. I meant it.
That's all you said.
Yeah, I meant it.
That's
If I met Beyonce, hey, she allowed me to date her, you ain't gonna be here no more.
Okay.
That's all I said.
Tell me you got what?
You want to know what I said, Jay? All I said was, my girlfriend husband be tripping. That's all I said. That's all I said, Jay. My girlfriend husband be tripping. That's all I said.
Shirley?
All right, I was on the phone the other day, just my girlfriend just talking. All I said was, because it was just the two
They're
of
just
us.
talking, right?
Yeah, I didn't know Nestor was in the house. All I said was Morgan Freeman could get it. That's all, that's all I said. And I don't even talk like that, but I was with my girls. We're just talking. And, oh, man, the argument that happened after that. I'm sorry.
Steve, you got one, man?
I done said so much.
Just pick one up, Steve.
All I said one time was, she made me something. I just said, when my mama bake it, she bake it a different way.
That'll do it.
Yeah. That'll get it.
And when you talk about cooking and stuff like that, don't look over here at me.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't appreciate that.
Everybody glance your way.
Everybody. Whenever it's food, we always look at you. I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, little simple things that started. All I said was, if we wasn't together, XYZ, you're one of your girlfriends, who'd I get with? That's all I said. I'm saying we not together.
Yeah.
Right. If we wasn't together, I'd get with, XY. I would,
you're dead.
I'd hit that if we wasn't together.
Yeah, you're a dead man.
You can't really say nothing about their bodies.
No, you can't. No.
Oh, I did one. I said something one time. I said, why her dress so tight?
Oh, Lord.
Man, like it was on my damn nerve.
Right.
Okay. All I said was, if she pregnant, it's a possibility, if she's pregnant, it's possible, okay?
Wow.
I'll tell you the one that made me have to give my car keys. The statement you make. I walked in the room one time. She laying down on the bed trying to put her pants on. I said, that's how we got to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little argument started. So we walked into this restaurant one time, right? All I said was, me and my ex used to come here all the time.
Oh, man.
That's all I said.
No.
That's all I said. And then it helped that the guy said, Mr. Brown, you back again? Like, I can't know nobody.
I can't know nobody. We back again.
Here go one right here. I was sitting up talking. I said, so what size you wear now? That's all I said.
That's it.
I was just asking because I was going to buy something new. So I just said, so what size you wear now?
Oh, my God.
That's all I said.
You're in trouble.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, some really good news, guys. I'm so happy about this. They're making Coming to America 2, okay?
Yes, sir, baby!
Okay. Yeah, it'll be out December of next year. I love it. Eddie will be there. Arsenio's going to be there. James Earl Jones, of course. And they're adding, I love this.
My son works!
Yes.
You ain't never been no Martin Luther King. Yes, I did.
It's a real shame what they did to that dog.
Kunta from upstairs.
But they're adding one of my favorites,
Sex
Wesley
with
Snipes.
chocolate.
Yes. Wesley Snipes is going to be there. He's going to play a character called General Eatsy, I think, and Rick Ross.
Okay.
Ricky Rose is going to be in it.
Rick Ross in it?
He's acting now?
Wow.
Trust me.
Uh-oh, why are you mad, Jay?
How in the hell George Wallace, Cheryl Underwood, and myself don't get in this damn movie? I don't understand. I just don't get it. How do we not get to be in an African movie? What do we have to do?
Well, Jay.
Audition?
Rick Ross gonna have his stomach out. Now you ain't got that kind of stomach. You ain't got that.
And you got it.
Yeah.
Can't drop it too far.
Oh, and Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live. She's got a role
Go
in
ahead,
it.
Big Les.
Big Les. Yep.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So Coming to America, don't forget, December 20th of next year. I can't wait for that. Coming to America, too.
Nice. It's gonna be
All right.
nice.
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Carla, you're just paying for your daughter Tasha's lunch, right? You just paid her bill.
Yeah, so, things are different from when we were in school. You know what I'm talking about? School lunches and things like that. So
and then we go into the,
Yeah, we get this email. I get an email, and I have to put so much money on my daughter's account. So I had to just give $150.
$150?
Yes.
For lunch?
For her school lunch.
When you pay it all at one time,
she
though.
don't weigh 60 pounds.
No, Tasha weighs 100 pounds.
What is 100 pounds?
Tasha's almost 5 feet. She eats. I'm telling you, this stuff. School
expensive.
Yeah, school.
Man, these kids are expensive.
No, this is a ripoff. They making money off y'all, Carl.
$150 a week?
No. They send you a notice, and then you have to keep putting money on. And Tasha says, "Mommy, I want ice cream every day." She goes,
"Yes,
what?
Tasha, yes."
She eat in the morning too.
So your baby in prison, you got to put money on her book. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting out at 3 today.
But she's an athlete, so
Mama,
she
can you put
eats.
some money
I'm
on my
sure
book?
she has a hearty appetite, a healthy appetite.
She does.
She's an athlete, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Tommy, do you have to do that?
I don't know what Jackie do. I just give her the money, man.
Lunch was way different. My lunch special was 45 cents a day.
What? See? Right there, yeah. And then what was your favorite food day when you were in school?
Cheeseburger day.
Woo! That was another good one.
Cheeseburger day.
It was a good day.
Oh, no.
Friday morning, that pancake was off the chain on Friday morning. And that hot syrup. Yes, sir.
Friday.
We didn't have breakfast food.
No, we didn't do breakfast. We didn't have that.
We was just there for lunch. Eat your cereal and go on out the door.
That was cool.
Did y'all have them white donuts with that powder on it?
Yes.
No, we bought them at the stove.
We had
too.
cookies, peanut butter cookies, butter cookies. Ooh, with chocolate
Butter
milk.
cookies?
Yeah, with chocolate milk. The big, thick kind, though.
Yeah, them was good.
Yes.
Ooh, y'all don't have that no more. How much was your lunch, Junior?
$2.50.
We the starved.
For the week?
Dog, we the starved.
$2.50.
Dog, $2.50 was for the week.
Yeah.
One damn meal, $2.50. You know how many robberies would have been in my school? Dog, they'd have been jacking teachers in that parking lot. Give me a check so I can eat.
Okay.
Man, if I couldn't have that honey bun, I wasn't no good.
What about
A honey
pizza,
bun
though?
was it.
Did you all have stuff like pizza?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, we had pizza at our school. It wasn't good. Black people don't know how to make pizza. Not back in 71.
What was wrong with the pizza, Steve?
They didn't know.
What was wrong with it?
They didn't know.
No cheese, no sauce.
Wow,
what?
number? Just dough, tomato paste. You didn't recognize the meat. You could see the cheese laying on it. It was individual. Shredded cheese. It wasn't melted. Man, they didn't know how to make no pizza at our school.
All right, coming up, it's Steve Harvey and his closing remarks. You don't want to miss it at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, Steve. Last break of the day. Last break of the week, we talked about millionaires and how they live their lives, and they surround themselves with positivity and positive people. And I think you definitely agreed with that in your life and how you live yours.
You know, it's hard to do for us as people sometimes because we suffer from guilt. But you've got to cultivate the garden. You've got to prune the tree. You've got to extract the bad energy around you. And sometimes this is family and friends. And I'm sorry, but that's the way it works. Just because they're your family member does not mean they're good for you. Just because this person is your so-called friend, these so-called friends are friends when the sun is shining. These so-called friends are sometimes good in certain situations. They're not good for you as a whole. You got to cultivate the garden. You've got to prune the tree. You've got to rid yourself of people who are not like-minded. And that's a big part of it. The like-mindedness helps you with surrounding yourself with the same attitude. Does that help, Shirley?
Absolutely, that helps. I mean, you know, there's an old saying, birds of a feather flock together, all of that, you know. Yeah, I mean, and this world, you need that because there's so much hate out there, you know. You don't want to deal
and
with
people
that.
don't understand. And we get stuck with our relatives sometimes, and we get stuck with our so-called friends because you're paying loyalty to the term of friendship.
Yeah.
When actually the friendship is supposed to mean something, but how many times have you found that your friends do not honor the code of friendship? How many times? So now you've got to recognize that loyalty has an expiration date.
Wow.
And oftentimes it's the people around you have stopped being loyal to you long before you ever considered not being loyal to them.
Yeah, and I just want my friend Steve to be as happy for me when good things happen as I am genuinely for them when good things happen in their life.
And if they're not, you need some new friends. And it's okay.
I just want
Because I have friends in my life that were just for a season of time. Oh, man, we was cool back then when we was doing this, that, and that. But at this level right here, man, some of them I can't expose. Now, I still got some friends I grew up with, man, I can bring around me. We can go places. We can chop it up. But I got some friends, man, I had to let go. Them dudes wasn't ready for this here.
Yeah. And you know what? You mentioned something earlier, Steve, about guilt. You know, a lot of times that holds us back because we feel guilty, you know.
By letting them go.
Yeah, by letting them go.
And guilty when we don't help them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't help them all. But the other thing that Steve says a lot is that sometimes we take stuff off of our friends and families that we wouldn't normally take from a stranger, and we just let it go on and on and on.
Yeah.
And you just have to get in that mindset that it's time to go. It is just time to go.
In the hood, there's a saying, you got to keep it real.
Yeah.
You got to keep it real. You man, don't forget where you come from.
Oh yeah.
You know all this right here. Hey man, don't forget about us now.
Yeah.
You know now you think you all that. No. Listen to me. You're supposed to keep it moving.
But you know what, Unc?
You're supposed to keep it moving.
I'm guilty of making my friends and family problem my problem. You know?
Oh, we all do that.
Are, yeah.
We all do that. Everybody does that. We take on way too much. And it's not your responsibility. You are not responsible for another man who is responsible for his family.
Wow.
That's not your job, man. You are in charge of your family, your wife, and your kids. That's your number one priority. Everybody else is a distant third and fourth. A distant. And me helping you can't take away from my family and something they gotta have. I can't deny my children access to great programming trying to help your child get out of jail. Now hold up now. Whoa, partner. I can't help you make your house note if it's gonna cause my house note to be delinquent. It
now
doesn't
that's
make
keeping
any
it
sense.
real, Steve.
That's real.
That is keeping it real.
It doesn't make any sense. But people use manipulation and guilt to hold you to a set of things that's only beneficial to them. And it's amazing how they change the narrative to get you to feel guilty about what the decision that you made. It's ridiculous, man. Stop allowing people to do that to you. If you're constantly finding yourself having to explain yourself to your friends, excuse them for something they said, always aiding them, you need some new friends. And it's okay to get some new friends. You just got to stop being their friend. Pull back. You ain't got to snatch your head out the lion's mouth. Sometimes you just got to ease it out. Slowly stop. Let a couple phone calls come through that you don't return. Just try it. The message starts getting in. Just don't answer a couple of texts. I got a better one for you. Change your number and then send it to just who you want to have.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you.
That takes care of that.
Take care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
We did the closing
Problem will
remarks
get
that way
solved.
today. We did the closing remarks and like a question period. Kind of helps me get some thought starters. Maybe that'll help somebody. Pretty sure a lot of you out there dealing with some of these same things. So keep your head up. God loves you. Don't forget to talk to God. He'd love to hear from you. And y'all have a great weekend.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.